Drivers, start your engines!
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. As we get going here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I am Brian. Allow me to welcome you to Season 2 of IROC, presented by Sigma. Here's Brian DeBlank, our reigning champion, somehow. As the slightly redesigned cars get up to speed on track to take the pace lap. Trevor Vaden drew the pole and will start the new driver of the 18 this season. Few returning faces, few new faces. Let's go over a few things. First and foremost, the colors on top of the car have changed. These will be brought up as they're needed. About the only consistency is that the Truck Series drivers retain the red coloring. And that does include Trevor Vaden on the pole. We also have a few retirees here. John Roman being one of them. And Bob Leader being the other. We also see Jimmy Logano, a fan favorite, even in his short time in Sigma. Jordan Walker, the Truck Series champion, starting near the back. Al Bunch, the Cup Series champion, starting at the back. As the pace car comes in. 17 drivers this season, and this will be a set roster for the entire season. Who's going to win the championship in Season 2? We are green for 100 miles at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Another change that was made this season is that sponsorships were altered. Instead of carrying over sponsorships, we allow drivers to bring their own, as well as one other personal decal. When brought up, certain people could choose to have two sponsors, but most chose to have one of their own. Such as the Vaden Motorsports logo here on the B panel of Trevor Vaden's car. The decal on Jack Davis's car, I believe, comes from a World War II tank division. I just don't remember which one off the top of my head. John Roman and Bob Leader are all running a retirement commemoration decal on their B pillar. But let's face facts, all of them are fast. All of them have the potential to win, and we still, to this day, do not have a repeat champion in this series, a repeat driver win in this series. And as it stands now, Davis has not won, Vaden has not won, and Roman has not won. Bradley Rain, the Bridge to Cup champion, in fourth currently, followed by another Bridge to Cup notable in Mr. Steele here. Forgive me, Dave Steele. That was correct. I just didn't want to assume. In sixth is Wyatt Wilkinson, I believe the only ARCA driver in this field. However, ARCA hasn't had enough time to make an impact, and most ARCA drivers move up. Trevor Walker, despite the shaky run in IROC last season, claimed the invite. You see their initials on the B panel there. They are actually running Cup this season, however they still have a presence in Truck Series so far. Monty Shangle, a former Sigma Cup Series champion, One of the first when it was called the Sylvania Cup. Al Bunch, the latest Cup Series champion, and did so in a rout. And then you have Jimmy Logano in this black-topped car. The black top is for IROC. Either the champion or someone who was picked from their popularity to join this series. This season also resulted in a change in how it was run. As you see our reigning champion at the back of the field, with the winningest non-champion cup driver, Kellen Rolich, and the 50 of Tim Cordy. Davis still out front. Coming up on our 5th lap of racing. Roman to 2nd, Ream up to 3rd, Vaden back to 4th, Steele looking to take that position away. Another change for this season was that instead of being granted seats, who's going to turn one down, drivers were invited to join. And they had to make their choices known to the organizers so that they could be included on this roster. And obviously the series champion was going to be able to return. However, all of Sigma's mainline champions were also given an automatic invitation. And then from there, Sigma officials got together and made the list. And from that list, we have the white spiked cars that you see populating the front of this field. Vaden psychs out Ream and goes underneath. There were a few cheeky little augments to the rules, such as Dave Steele's car there. You see blue on one side, red on the other. He asked for the stereoscopic 3D look, such as those old 3D glasses. And considering it is an accent color, that part of the car, officials allowed it to go. Also gave him a way to keep track of everybody. Jimmy Logano here is the one that has 2 different sponsors as their decals. You see a veil there on the back quarter and the bumper. And then he has another sponsor on the B panel, on the B post, and there on the headlight, or where a headlight would be mounted, as well as a tail light. One thing that hasn't changed is the distance. We are still going 40 laps around this track that is 100 miles. John Roman has taken the lead. Roman is not running any other series this year aside from IROC. This is the last hurrah. What would it mean to go out as a race winner, maybe even a series champion, to go out on top, even if it's not the biggest series in the league? How much of a boost would that be? Davis retaking the lead on the inside, going into turn 1. Roman to the outside of Ream, trying to hold on to 2nd. Vaden and Steele, 3rd and 4th and 5th. Excuse me, Steele looking to the inside, going to take over that inside position over Vaden. Vaden's probably going to lose that and fall to 5th as long as no one else comes in to fill that gap. And lo and behold, here comes people to fill the gap. Trevor Walker, now they're starting to show some speed. Al Bunch, I guess that extra 1 on the side of his car and the roof gave him some speed he didn't have at all last year. Al Bunch had a horrible season in IROC 1. A little revision to the cars, a little bit more confidence, and a concreting of themselves into the Sigma racing books. And all of a sudden, they're finding their pace in IROC. Davis putting a little bit of gap on the first bunch here. Jimmy Logano up to 8th. Then you have Wyatt Wilkinson leading the second pack. Monty Shangle and Jordan Walker following. Ewan Watt Army, Tyler Shangle, Bob Leader behind them. Tim Cording, Brian DeBlank, and Kellen Rolich bringing up the rear of the field. Sorry for the pause there. A little excited to get this going. Davis, Ream, Roman, your top 3. Trevor Walker. Those two can't seem to get away from each other. They were teammates at one point in the Truck Series. Dave Steele. Jimmy Logano. Monty Shangle. Wyatt Wilkinson in 10th, but he's got a lot of traffic. Al Bunch in 11th. Jordan Walker in 12th, Ewan Watt Army 13th, Bob Leader 14th. Tom. I've been saying Tim Cording, haven't I? Which one is it? Forgive me, Tom. It's Tom Cording in the 50 this year. Currently 15th. Brian DeBlank 16th. Scored 15th. 13th was Tyler Shangle, who has fallen back to last. Interesting. Now remember, Tyler Shangle was our inaugural winner. Kellen Rolich was also a winner the first season. Ewan Watt Army was the last winner before modifications were done to the cars, and whatever those modifications were, it allowed the entire field to intermingle. See Davis still in the lead. Roman right behind though. And now Fademan's third, Walker in 4th. Green back to 5th, Steele in 6th currently. Vade and Walker just bail on Roman, push him up to the high side. And Roman is going to fall back. Who knows how far. He might be able to squeeze in front. Yes, he will. Bradley Green is a honorable soul and will allow Roman to slide in 4th. So now your top 3 are Davis, Vaden, Walker. Shangle and Rolich don't have slow cars. correct. Everyone's fastest lap is within half a second of each other. Well, within half a second. Well, I say that. Within a quarter of a second. In fact, Davis has one of the slowest best laps of the race. But he has the lead, and that's what matters. We are 17 laps in. 16 laps in. We are on lap 17, excuse me. Rolich and Shangle have caught up with the field. Looks like there's going to be another shuffling to the back of drivers. Now, with how the drivers prepared this season, you could all of a sudden start seeing a lot of guys just rocket through the field. A lot of focus on finishing this season. And let's face it, they're all close. But you have to rely on mistakes at times, and there's a lot of races that no one has made a mistake, amazingly. This may be jinxing it, but we still have not had a caution in IROC. Failures, yes, but no caution. As they come to the line, Roman looks to the inside of Aiden. I don't know that he's going to have enough momentum. He does not. Slides back in. So your current leader is apparently I need to wake up. Jack Davis. Wanted to say Jim Davis all of a sudden. I've said it right this whole time. For some reason now I'm going to screw it up. Jack Davis is currently in the lead. Trevor Vaden right behind. John Roman looking at it in third. I would say now is go time for anybody that wants to go. Trevor Walker in fourth. Dave Steele in fifth. Jimmy Logano in sixth. White Wilkinson slowly getting up to seventh, and now there's a big gap between seventh and eighth. Bradley Remus falling to eighth. Monty Shangle in ninth. Bob Leader in 10th. Tim Cording in 11th. Al Bunch in 12th. Ewan What Army in 13th. And just for the record, that is Ewan What Army. Jordan Walker in 14th. Kellen Rolich up to 15th. Tyler Shangle in 16th. And Brian DeBlank bringing up the rear in 17th. The fluke is beginning to show. As we jump to the lead, there is a challenge for the lead. Davis on the outside, Vaden on the inside. As they come down to the start-finish line, Vaden is going to lose the drag race into turn one. But he has the inside line. That forces Davis uphill. 17 and 18 battling for position. Trevor Vaden takes the lead on the backstretch. But now he is forced up high as Trevor Walker looks to the inside. Vaden stays in it though. What the? Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Pit stops. I didn't think that this would happen. Five cars stayed on the racetrack. Trevor Vaden, John Roman, Bob Leader, Kellen Rolich, Brian DeBlank. Will they come in now? Sounds like it, honestly. There's Vaden, Roman, Leader, Rolich. No, Rolich is coming in. Everybody will come in as the rest of the field comes out. Trevor Walker ends up being the first one out. This is a huge opportunity to take a lead and roll away. Dave Steele in second, Davis in third, Logano fourth, Green fifth, Wilkinson sixth, Munch seventh, potentially, depending on when the other guys come out of the pit stops, which they are just now getting to their pit stalls. Trevor Walker coming out of turn 4. The former leaders coming out of the pit stalls. They're going to get past. There's Walker coming past the finish line now. Into turn 1. At speed. It's going to be close. Everybody should be good to go to the end now. Closing lap 24. Trevor Walker is going to lead this race for the first time today. Trevor Vaden scored second, but is going to lose that position to Dave Steele and Jack Davis. Vaden the fourth, Leader in fifth, looking for more. Jimmy Logano in sixth, John Roman seventh, Bradley Green eighth, Kellen Ehrlich ninth, Brian DeBlank 10th. That pit stop seems to have helped them somewhat. Let's see if they can hold on to those positions. Wyatt Wilkinson 11th. Al Bunch 12th, Monty Shangle 13th, Tom Cording, Tim Cording 14th, Jordan Walker 15th, Ewan Watt Army 16th, and Tyler Shangle sounding a bit bogged down in 17th. Something may be up with the 77. Trevor Walker is leading, but the draft is better. Steele and Davis closing in. of half a second in that lap alone. And now the lone leader is up to 3. Notice how the V-pillar on Dave Steele's car is plain. That was my request. Didn't really have anything to add, so requested that it be left alone. Jack Davis currently 3rd. Bob Leader up to 4th. Jimmy Logano 5th. John Roman and Trevor Vaden have fallen out of the top 5. I believe the top 3 guys are now 6th, 7th, and 8th. Calvin Rolich may have some speed, but it looks like he and Brian DeBlanc are losing pace very quickly. Trevor Walker able to put a little bit of distance between him and second place. Of course, it helps when Jack Davis passes Dave Steele. And now Dave Steele wants to pass Jack Davis. I am honestly just surprised that we have still not had a massive accident. This is quite a difference from what last season was. Last season, to start with, you had Cup guys dominate. Now, you've got a truck driver in Cup. You've got 2 Drive to Cup, Bridge to Cup representatives in 2nd and 3rd. You've got a retiree in 4th. And a wild card in 5th. I call that a pretty good spread. The first Cup representative in the field is in 10th place currently. Now granted, we do have a smaller field, but that's still saying something. Rolich is holding back to 14th. Shangle has about lost the draft, it seems like. We are on lap 30. 10.5 laps to go right now. Walker has Davis, Steele, and Leader looking. And none of these drivers have won a race in this series yet. Brian DeBlanc is the highest ranked of anyone who has won a race in the series. Then One Army, Rolich. And Shangle. Only four returns for them. No, only 8 winners. Walker seems to be putting able to maintain this distance from second place, and as long as they can maintain that distance, they don't have to worry about anyone even getting close enough to pass. Bob Leader has moved up to 3rd. Dave Steele is in 2nd. Trevor Walker in the lead. As we come to the finish of lap 31, 9 laps to go. Leader to the inside of Steele. For 2nd, Logano to the inside of Davis and Steele for 3rd. Davis falls back to 5th. Steele is able to hold it off. Can Leader catch and pass Trevor Walker? He's got 8 laps to do it as they come to the stripe this time. And he's going to go now. They thought about it and then Walker closed the door on him. Going on in the rest of the field, so let's stick with the leaders for right now. They're all together. Still goes a little high, is able to maintain position though. Six to go. Still looking to the inside of leader. Look at this! Trevor Bade and John Roman decided to get back into the party. Bradley Ream just got pushed up high. Seems like everybody's decided to turn the jets on. Walker still leads as they come to 5 to go. Steele in second. Davis now third. Logano looking to get fourth. Baden on the outside of Roman. They're battling for 7th and 8th. But now this pack has to catch back up, and leader pulls the rope-a-dope on Davis and just drives right past him. Retaking third. Logano looks to retake fourth. Roman is looking for fifth. May not get it. But now, 4.5 laps left it is between these two. And Steele wants it. He takes away the bottom line from Walker. Walker's still been stout on that high line that allows momentum. A little bit of a slip there though, going into turn 4. As they come to the stripe for 4 to go. Steele leads and takes the lead into turn 1. Leader in third, Logano fourth, Davis fifth, Roman sixth, Baden seventh, Shangle eighth, Bradley Ream ninth, Jordan Walker 10th, Kellen Rowledge 11th, Wyatt Wilkinson 13th, 12th, Tim Cording 13th, Ewan One Army 14th, Brian DeBlank 15th, Al Bunch 16th, Tyler Shangle 17th. And Steele has put a gap now. That could be bad, that could be good. Let's see what happens. That lap is a 50.76. Trevor Walker ran a 51.08. Bob Leader ran a 50.53. Leader up to second. Dispatching Trevor Walker. Logano up to third. This race is not over yet, folks. Even the back markers are starting to get lined up and, well, most of them. Go at it. Yeah, something is slowly going more and more wrong with that 77. Such a shame for Shangle. It will be 2 to go, this time by Dave Steele has 5 miles. And then he can claim the IROC 100 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Jimmy Logano looking to close the distance. Leader is there. No move into turn 3. Seal to the inside. Keeping that tight line against the curb. No real distance between him and leader though. White flag is in the air. Dave Steele Jr. is 1 lap away. Can he hold on? All it takes is 1 corner slip and you've lost the race. Bob Leader looks to the inside, back in the pack. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to look here. Leader does not move. He is not confident in making the move at that point. I think Steele may have just brake checked a little bit there to keep leader in control. Because now Logano is starting to close a little bit of distance. And that's going to be enough to cement the fact that Dave Steele has won at Indianapolis Motor Speedway here in the Sigma IROC Series. Bob Leader comes home 2nd, Jimmy Logano 3rd, Trevor Walker 4th, a big improvement from last season, John Roman 5th, Jack Davis 6th, Trevor Baden 7th, disappointing for those two who started on the front row, Monty Shingle 8th, Jordan Walker 9th, Kellen Ehrlich 10th, Wyatt Wilkinson 11th, Tim Cording 12th, that's going to mess me up all season, Ewan Army 13th, Brian DeBlank 14th, Bradley Ream 15th, and Al Bunch 16th, with Tyler Shangle limping home in 17th. Sounding like they may possibly have a cylinder out of that car. As the field comes down, to their pits to debrief and celebrate. Okay, so because this is the first race, there will not, the plan is not to have any extra, so we are actually going to cut this broadcast here. Thank you for coming, everybody. Congratulations to our winner, Dave Steele, on his first IROC win. And on behalf of Sigma and myself, I am Brian. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's race. Take care, and we'll see you next time from Rockingham, one of the Carolinas. I believe it's North Carolina. I've slept since then. My geography was never great. Goodbye, everybody.